This is MackdaddyX, and wanted to talk to you guys about a topic, that I hear a lot about, and now that I'm a bit older, I'm 30 years old now, it's still the same stuff that I've been hearing since I was the young man, violence in video games, you know what I mean? Some violence is, video games are too violent to be playing now, and they're different now, and, you got all the politicians and senators all worked up over video games, calling them the cause of all bad behavior amongst young America. And I've been thinking, man, what are the real reasons behind all these people trying to get rid of us gamers? You know what I'm saying? And they're trying to label us as having video games be the reason that there's problems in the world and stuff. And I think I've come up with the answer. I think, I want to tell y'all a story. So it's story time. I'm sorry to have to do this to you all, but, you know what I'm saying? I didn't come to y'all. Y'all came to me. Y'all came to this channel, and, you came here to do something. So you want to watch some King gameplay. I'm going to go ahead and bless you with some words of wisdom from the Mac. And here's the thing. Violence in video games. Yeah, they have become more violent. They have, because, video games were pretty mild until Mortal Kombat came around. That's just how it was. Mortal Kombat changed things, It changed everything. It changed the crowd of people that came to the arcades, It's probably the whole reason they got rid of arcades in America. You would doggone Mortal Kombat, everybody wanted to play now. It wasn't just the little nerds with glasses anymore, You had thugs coming to the doggone arcade, talking about how they're gonna do a dragon punch motion to take your head off. Sub-Zero, fatality, y'all remember. Y'all remember, that's the whole reason they figured out that one. Walked up to somebody and finish him. I don't know what to do. I don't know, do a dragon punch. Dun dun dun, Whoa. Did he just take his head off? Yeah, the spine is still there. I'm gonna tell my friends, and the friends were thugs, and all of a sudden the arcade was overrun by violence. You know what I'm saying? And I actually remember the first time this happened, man. I was living in Missouri at the time, and I was devastated. I was playing in the arcade. Actually, it was the kind of gameplay where there were guys they were okay. The thugs were okay at the game, but the nerds like myself and like the others, white kids and stuff, they were really good. And so it was an environment where you had real skills versus fans, just fanboys. They just wanted to come and see the violence or whatever, and they took offense to people coming and beating them at these games. That's the reason that arcades started to dwindle way back then. I remember looking at the news one day, and it was the saddest thing ever, man. I didn't know how to react. One of the kids that I was actually playing with in the arcade, I wouldn't have called him a friend, but, he's a peer, he's an acquaintance. I'd played against him before, and he was really good at Mortal Kombat too. He was using katana, you know what I'm saying? Fans flying everywhere. This guy had a combo that would take all of your life, you know what I'm saying? Jump kick, fan, you know what I'm saying? Wave, and jump kick again, uppercut in the corner. It was ridiculous, man. I'd never seen a combo like this, and he would take you off the sticks easy, He had to be careful around this kid, He was a white kid with the ponytail, and I remember I saw on the news one day, 6 o'clock news, they posted a picture of this kid when he was like 7 years old. At the time, we were probably about 13. This kid was like 7 years old, and he still had this rat tail. You know what I'm saying? A white boy with a rat tail, and he was up on the news, and he had gotten shot at one of the arcades that I'd gone to. He got shot twice in the head because he beat these thugs in Mortal Kombat 2. And, now I remember this kid, he wasn't shy. He let you know, I'm tearing it up. Ha 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 ha. How does it feel to lose? You know what I'm saying? He would make these little comments as he put you off the sticks, and, that's kind of one of those things. He was messing around with the wrong crowd one day, Thank goodness I wasn't there at the time, because I had skills too. It could have been me, He put him off the sticks, and these kids, about 5 of them ran back to their car, came back to the arcade, and shot him, It's sad, really sad, So I remember some of this stuff starting to happen when I was young, and, all of a sudden, you get all excited about some new game coming out. You go to the arcade, and all of a sudden you see a nail salon. You know what I'm saying? Whoa! You know, you do a double take. You actually walk back outside the mall, come back in, and try to figure out what happened to your joint. You know, you came in excited. I'm just about to get some Soul Calibur on. You know, but nah. In America, you know, most arcades are gone now because, you know, the people who rent out these mall locations and stuff got tired of dealing with these incidents. You know what I mean? And plus, it's more profitable to go ahead and just throw in that, you know, Chinese nail shop salon. You know, they pull in big money there. You know, I once had my arcade replaced with Image Cuts. You know, the barber shop. You know what I'm saying? I didn't come here to get my hair cut. I want to play, man. I want to play. But you know, it wasn't to be. And anyway, violence in video games. You know, I try not to get too off topic because I think I figured out the secret, and I'll tell you at the end. I think that as people get older, especially the politicians, they actually start to resent the skills that their kids and other people have that they don't. You know, that's what I think. I think the secret is that. I mean, I just think that they are on a rage mission to end all video games. Why? Because, oh, well, their kid was waiting for them when they came home from the campaign trail one day, you know, hi, Dad. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so what do you want, son? You want to play Call of Duty, you know? It's like, oh, Call of Duty, what is that? You know, he sits down, son hands him a controller, and he gets hosed. Okay? He had nothing, you know. The kid is waxing him over and over again, but he just finally said, I've had it! You know, whatever happened to the days I used to beat you in chess, you know what I'm saying? This is what he's thinking. He doesn't want to make it look like he's mad, so he doesn't actually say anything. You know, the dad just is kind of like, okay, you win. You win this time, son. I've got to go. I've got taxes to do. You know good and well you ain't got to do your taxes right now. It's in the middle of September, but you just are mad because your son put you off the sticks, and you don't have the skills like you do, like you used to have anymore. You see what I'm saying? And so, you know, you have no real way to really lash out at this. I mean, what are you supposed to say when you're the old man now? You know, I'm 30 years old. You know, I see how it is. I've got a wife, kids now. You know, responsibilities are different now. I've got the house. You know, I've got the mortgage. I've got bills to pay now. I've got a full-time job. You know, I don't have the same time to play as I used to, maybe. But, you know, I like to still think, you know, about 15 years when my sons, you know, Ronnie and Jotty come run up to me, I'm gonna show them a thing or two in these games. You know, I don't care if it's gone holographic, okay? Daddy looks like he's doing the twister up there. I don't care. I'm gonna still show them who can get down, okay? But I think it's just, you realize you're at that age now where you can't win anymore. You know what I'm saying? You tried as hard as you could. You know, you always thought, you know, it'd be like when they were 8 years old and you first taught them how to play chess, and it's like, well, sorry, son, looks like you'll have to do better next time. You know, and you kind of send them off to their room, they're on the verge of tears, and you kind of, just give them that little, you know, crack of your neck a little bit. Another day at the office, you know what I'm saying? All too easy, you know. And you fast forward 5 years later, and what happened? Wait. No, you can't move there. The bishop moves diagonally, remember? This next move, I've got you. And it's like, Dad, you're in checkmate. You know what I'm saying? You just can't win anymore. Whatever happened, I really think that politicians and, you know, people who are against video games who fail to realize that it's for entertainment purposes you're looking at this all the wrong way. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to look very far for violence. There's movies, you know what I'm saying? There's the nightly news, you know? You know, you're against violence in video games for the youth, but yet you were the first person looking on the television screen when Barack Obama ordered the hit on Osama bin Laden. That was you up there, like, ooh, I'm up front. Move, you know, get out the way. Shh, the news is on. You know what I'm saying? Just waiting for him, you know what I mean? It was almost like you were one of the Navy SEALs there when they took the hit on those two buildings. You know what I'm saying? You were there, you know, like, I'm the one who shot him. You know what I mean? And, you know, we don't understand that. You know, the gamers don't understand that. You know what I'm saying? We're not here trying to prove anything, you know. If one of us, you know, and like I said, I'm 30, but if I walk up to you and I said I was in Vietnam back in 1987, I was talking about Contra, okay? You know, I didn't really have any real wartime, you know what I'm saying? I never really shot the guns and all that, but you know, I was there, man. I was in Nam. Don't you remember the jungles? You know what I'm saying? Stage 1? Please, man, I remember when them aliens hit, man. I was there. You know what I'm saying? Homie had my back. You know, I was red, he was blue. We was thugs, man. No. Don't tell me y'all don't remember no Contra now. Anyway, I digress. It's just, the thing about violence in video games is, I think that people have a problem when they realize they can't play no more, and so they don't really know what to do about this. Do you be proud that your kids can, whip your tail, or do you just kind of go about your everyday life? I really think that, the senators have a bone to pick, so they go out and start a campaign trail against games, because that's pretty much what I would do if I were them. Say, who are you going to go complain to? Your wife? You know what I'm saying? No, you look like less of a man, crying to her about it. I really just think that, times change, man. I remember the first time I thought I could get down with these new kids. The kids in these new games is what I'm talking about. The violence now in video games it's way past anything that we're used to, Mom used to get mad at me when I said I died because I missed the Goomba in Mario Brothers, Mom, I just died. No, you didn't. You didn't die. Don't ever say that. There's power in the tongue. You know what I'm saying? I mean, she would correct me. It's with me to this day. I won't say I died. I'll say that the character died because I'm afraid my mom's going to slap me. But, when I first played Call of Duty, you know what I'm saying? I thought, I was excited, man. I was hype about this game. Friends invited me to come play. It was online. We all had our own apartments, you know what I'm saying? All of us trying to represent Hampton University, you know what I'm saying? James Hall, Wilder Hall, Hampton. We're about to lay this down. And they did, but I did not. And I'm going to tell you why. I mean, I'm old school, man. For 10 years, I've been playing the fighter games. I hadn't really gotten down since Duke Nukem, you know what I'm saying? But I told everybody, I'm just as good at the 3D shooters as I am in the fighter games, because back in the day, I was the man, you know what I'm saying? There's still cats probably from Georgetown University that summer that I went. They probably remember the things that happened, you know what I'm saying? I'll get to that later, but I mean, Mac Daddy was the truth, Don't be going around corners thinking that you're safe. He'll snipe you. And, so I got down with some Call of Duty one night. We all have our own apartments. We're all playing online, so it's like we're virtually all in the same room together. You know what I'm saying? And it's us four. I got my boy Mike, my boy John Mike, and Earl. We're about, we're from Hampton, and, we're about to get down. We're about to show the world now that these kind of games are out online and what the truth is, And the truth is that Hampton is the truth, what I'm saying? We're about to get down, and I'm getting real excited, what I'm saying? I'm almost getting excited to the point where you think there's something wrong with me. I'm getting hype, I'm like, I seem calm and reserved on the outside, what I'm saying? But on the inside, I'm New Jack City, mother, I'm just ready to go throw down, and so they start up the game or whatever, and I'm trying to figure out where all the buttons and stuff are. I guess it's different now. You use a controller. Back in the day, it was keyboard and mouse, you know what I'm saying? But I'm trying to adjust myself, and as soon as the game starts, I'm already thinking I'm going to be the top at the leaderboards. I've got my little machine gun. I'm running around. My friend's done spawned in another location somewhere. I don't see him, but I see 5 enemies, and all of them must be working together, and I heard them talking trash over the microphone and stuff. They're from Wisconsin. Okay, and these boys, they worked together. They found each other in the game. It started, and all 5 of them were in a group running towards a little building. And I'm like, aha! I've seen this before. Duke Nukem has bathrooms. I know where you're going. You're going to try and snipe people from this building. And so I followed them. I was pulling on my best stuff, man. I was basically hugging corners. I mean, I was looking like Bruce Lee and Enter the Dragon, sneaking up on cats, and I actually followed them all the way up the hill and to the left into this building, and they did not turn around. They didn't see me. Not one of them. All 5 of them were just, I guess hell-bent on sniping, and they went into this building. They set up into the window, and I about went off. I ran up to the entrance of the building, put my machine gun right there, center line. I said, ha-ha! You know what I'm saying? Clips flying everywhere on the screen, bullets flying, I can see it. I'm waving my controller so it's moving the gun back and forth to make sure not even the flies lived. I'm going off. You know what I'm saying? Wouldn't have wanted to be a caterpillar on the wall that day. I'm just click, 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 click. You know what I'm saying? Forgot that you had to reload. I'm like, man, I don't think you had to reload in Duke Nukem. This is different. And so I heard the click, and I was like, man, I was looking up all at the leaderboards already, I was like, okay, they're about to register these 5 kills,